Hi, my name is Muhammad Putra and I'm from International Relation Major 2023. And yeah, today I just want to tell you guys that today we live in a world where peace is constantly promised, but rarely it is explained to us. We often hear the world leaders, speak about ceasefire, negotiation, and initiatives, yet conflicts continue the lives of millions, from Gaza to Ukraine to many forgotten regions across the globe. This brings us to an important question. Is peace only about ending violence, or is it about how peace is governed? As an international relations student, I believe peace is not only a moral aspiration, peace is a political process and, more importantly, an institutional responsibility. Recently, the world was introduced to a new initiative called the BOP, or Word of Peace, proposed by former US President Donald Trump. This initiative was presented as a platform to oversee ceasefire and post-conflict reconstruction, particularly in Gaza, Palestine. At first glance, the idea seems promising, right? Who would oppose peace? However, when we look closer, deeper, global reaction reveals something deeper. Some countries welcome this initiative, while others raise concern about this legitimacy, mandate, and long-term role in the global peace governance. This debate is not merely about one political figure or one institution. It is about much bigger issue, and that is where the SDGs, especially SDGs point 16, become highly relevant. Sustainable Development Goals Point 16 calls for peaceful societies, justice for all, and strong inclusive institutions. This goal reminds us that peace cannot stand alone. Peace must be supported by institutions that are legitimate, accountable, and also inclusive. The emergence of the BOP forces us to ask a critical question. Can peace initiatives succeed if they operate outside established multilateral frameworks? Can global peace be sustained without strong international institutions that represent collective responsibility? This is where the concern lies. Peace initiative driven by political momentum without clear institutional accountability risk becoming temporary solution. They may reduce violence in the short term, but fail to address the structural roots to conflict. So, yeah, SDG 16 teaches us that peace is not only about stopping war, but about building systems that prevent war from happening again and again in the next period of time. From a global governance perspective, strong institutions like the UN, United Nations, exist not because they are perfect, but because peace requires collective legitimacy, not unilateral leadership. This does not mean you initiate the BOP should be rejected, no, but innovation in peace building is necessary. But innovation must strengthen multilateralism and not weaken it. As a youth, young people, especially as a student of international relations, we must move beyond seeing peace as just a slogan, just a motto. No, we must see peace as a process that demands responsibility, inclusivity, and long-term commitment. Indonesia, for example, has long promoted active and independent diplomacy, bebas and aktif. This shows that countries do not need to dominate global politics to contribute meaningfully to peace, right? What they need is commitment to international norms and institutions. So in this context, SDGs Point 16 become more than a global target. It becomes a moral and political compass to us. As youth leaders, our role is not to accept peace narrative at face value, but to question how peace is created, who controls it, and who benefits from it. Because a world that truly embraces peace is not a world without conflict. It is a world with strong institutions that manage conflict fairly and sustainably. So today, when peace initiative emerge, let us not only ask, does this end violence? No, but let us also ask, does this strengthen justice, accountability, and global cooperation, because only then can peace truly align with the spirit of SDGs Point 16, and only then can peace become sustainable for generations to come. Thank you.